Happy guinea pig! Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to be making an oldie but a goodie. Chesspie. And if you've never heard of chesspie, don't feel bad. Piggy'd never heard of chesspie before either.
I think I might have heard of it, just don't know what it is.
You've heard me talk about it.
I can't guarantee that though.
You've heard me talk about it for about the past 10 years. But I've never made one. The first time I asked Piggy about it, he said he'd never had one.
That I know of.
That he knows of. And I'm just going to give you a little backstory, and then I'll tell you my ingredients. A friend of my mom's, she was like a second mother to me. Her name was Katie. Katie Bryant. She made chesspies. When I was a kid, she was actually married to someone other than that. She had a different last name at that time. And she made chesspies for her husband and for her kids. Or her son and her stepkids, I should say. And they were the best thing. And I love the crust on top. And I never could figure out how it had that crust. And I asked her once, I said, Katie Bay, I said, how in the world do you make that pie like that? How do you get that crust on the top? And she told me what all she put in it. And I was shocked when I heard the ingredients. But one of the best tasting pies you'll ever have. The reason I was shocked, and you might notice that when I give you the ingredient list here, and because it calls for a couple of unusual things for a pie. Okay, first of all, you have your 9-inch pie.
Can't be no more unusual than Mama Hazel pinto bean pie. That's some good stuff.
Yeah. I have here a 9-inch homemade pie shell, and that's why it's not fluted around the edges. I just did a simple pie shell. Okay, it calls for a cup of butter. That's 2 sticks of butter. 1 cup of sugar. 1/4 of a cup of milk. Here we're getting into the unusual, y'all. A tablespoon of cornmeal. You have 3 eggs separated. So you have 3 egg yolks is what you need.
They look together to me.
The whites are in the refrigerator. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. And a tablespoon of vinegar. So you have 2 really unusual ingredients for a pie, which is vinegar and cornmeal. Okay, and what it says to do is to mix together the meal, the sugar, the milk.
Yeah, folks, I could be like Bugs Bunny. I could be a little bit of a stinker.
Milk, sugar, milk, egg yolks. All right, get out of there.
Scrapey.
I'm saying, there you go. And the vinegar. And you mix all this right here together. And once you get this mixed together, you take your 2 sticks of butter and you put them in a skillet and you melt the butter. So I'm going to go ahead and get my eye turned on. I'm going to put my butter in here and start melting it. Slide around there. There you go, Piggy. And this is the first pie I've ever seen where you cook the ingredients like this and then bake it. Y'all, this is a really good pie. Like I said, I've been eating this pie since I was probably 3 or 4 years old. It's been a while since I've had one. And
growing up, we always called that knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, I was just a kid. Really was. And you'll see everything's incorporated really well right there. The sugar, the egg yolks, the vinegar, the meal, the milk. And I'm going to use my spatula thingy here. I'm going to cut my butter to make it smaller so it'll melt quicker.
Well, Donna, You probably won't be surprised when I tell you she uses those fertile things a lot.
I pretty much basically use them all the time. I sometimes use something different up there because I need something a little different than what I have. I love these things. And I know that looks like a lot of butter, y'all. And that is a lot of butter, y'all. And if y'all are wondering about these little holes in the bottom of my pie shell here, that's where I docked it. Instead of using a fork, I just used the knife I had to trim the edge and docked it so that the pie crust wouldn't rise.
I can somewhat see those little slits in it.
Yeah. I don't have a pie docker, or I'd have used that. Haven't had a pie docker probably in a good 20 years or better.
We'll work on getting one in.
Yeah. Forks and knives work good. I mean, you use what you have in life. You don't have to have gizmos and gadgets and things like that.
Sometimes they're nice, though.
They are sometimes nice, but you know what?
It's not a must-have.
That's it. If you can make do without it, you can make do without it.
As money you ain't got to spend on it if you ain't got it.
That's it. And y'all, I do have my oven preheated. It is preheated to 350 degrees. And now that my butter is melted, now I'm going to give you the directions here. It says melt the butter in a skillet and add the meal mixture and vanilla. Cook through for 2 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to add my egg mixture, or meal mixture I should say. Make sure I get as much of that out of that bowl as I can.
Waste not, won't not.
That's it. Don't want to waste it. I'm going to put the vanilla flavor in there. And then I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes. Because that's about a little bit more than 2, a little less than 5. And we're going to cook this, and I'm going to go ahead and take a break while this cooks, and we'll be back when the 4 minutes is done.
Here we go.
All right, I've got about 5 seconds left on this. Let it go off. There we go. Now once this is cooked through, we pour it into the pie shell. And you'll see this is turning kind of into a thick mixture there. And what we'll do is spread this all out. And once this is in here, we will put it in the oven and we will bake it for 35 to 45 minutes, depending on however long it takes. And the way you know it's done is be look on the firmer side and golden brown on top. Now this will have to sit for 2 to 3 hours before serving. So what I'll do is when I take this out of the oven, we will let it set for the 2 to 3 hours, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like and do the taste test on it. But right now, I'm fixing to take it over to the oven and put it in. The thing about it is, I know my oven, so I know it's going to take at least 40 minutes. Yeah. Mine's sitting at 4210. So I'll check it in about 42 minutes and see how it's doing. Like I said, we'll bring you back once we get it out and have let it set and cool so we can do the taste test on it, y'all.
We're back.
All right, y'all. The chess pie has been setting for right around 2 hours or so, and I tell you, it's cool enough for me to pick up this glass pie dish and hold it, so you know it's cooled off. And this is how it looks. It's got that nice golden color on top. Yes, my crust did shrink a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, well, let's see how it looks on the inside.
So I'm going to take, and I'm going
to see how it looks on the plate.
Piggy's interested in trying this, y'all, to see if he's had any of it before.
It's pie. You know I got to be interested.
It's a custard-style pie is what it is, and it's very good. And, yeah, it's mostly sugar. We saw that when I put it together. But,
and?
That don't make it bad, does it, Piggy?
That's a problem.
Okay. I'm going to get Piggy. Ooh, got a lot of butter down in there, and I know that's butter.
I'm a fat little porker, and I'm short to boot, so, I mean, you know, it's no big to me. Gimme. Eat it.
Turn that away. Put this away, so we get pictures. Now we got to have a thumbnail for everybody, y'all. It's those thumbnails that draw everybody in.
All right.
Is that right?
That's all right.
There you can give you the bigger piece.
Well, yeah.
And I'm going to take me a bite. Oh, yeah. That's good. It's thin. Could be thicker. You know what? Since this is the first time I've made this pie in over 20 years, I think I did pretty good on it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't Miss Katie's pie. But it's good.
Well, you get to where you have as much practice as Miss Rita, I bet you he'd be even better.
And yeah,
it ain't bad now.
It is a little greasy down here, but that's all that butter, y'all. I know that's what that is butter.
Piggy loves butter.
This is a very, very good pie. And like I said, I first had this pie when I was a kid, and this pie has been around, or I should say the recipe for the pie has been around for a very, very long time. Because Miss Katie started cooking it when she was a kid. She got the recipe from her mom, who got it, I think, from her mom. So we're looking at least 1800s that this pie has been, pie recipes have been around that long.
Never know, it may have been around a lot longer than that.
Could be. Simple ingredients, cooked together. And what you think of that top crust, Piggy, with that cornmeal? I would ask him. He's got his mouth full. He's chewing.
I can tell you all you need to know.
That's a hell of a know. Pretty good stuff. Well, I thank y'all very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed going back in time with me on this chess pie. And if you haven't tried it, you oughta. It's good. Have a good day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my phone?